in an interesting development, the Gauhati High Court yesterday, while granting anticipatory bail in 4 separate cases of child marriage, made some serious observations that charges under the stringent POCSO Act may not be justified, saying merely because POCSO is added doesn't mean judges won't see what is there. These are serious allegations. The court also said this is causing havoc in the private life of people. There are children, there are family members, there are old people. The High Court granted bail to 9 people who are facing charges of child marriage in 4 cases so far. And remember, nearly 3,000 people have been arrested in Assam in the child marriage crackdown. Let's go across to Ratnadeep now for more. And Ratnadeep, there's been a lot of criticism as well from oppositions, but the Assam government is determined to continue and wipe out child marriage, which is something which the court also observed does not mean anybody obviously supports that. But tell us more about what the court said.
That's right. In fact, Assam government's crackdown against child marriage has now slowed down, given the fact that they were actually looking for about 3,000 odd people, 3,500 to be very precise, whom they have found to be key accused in the over 4,000 cases that they were investigating. Now, in terms of the crackdown is almost over. But now the legal proceedings have started, and in that, yesterday in the Gauhati High Court, there were 5 cases of anticipatory bail which were moved by people who felt that they would be arrested in child marriage cases. And while hearing those petitions, in its observations, the court made some very interesting and very strong remarks, very strong observations, particularly on the use of POSCO Act, provisions of POSCO Act in these cases. Now, remember, there is the Anti-Child Marriage Prevention Act, and there are provisions in it, and in that act also people can be booked. But what has happened is that since that act is more, getting bail is more easy. So more stringent sections of the POSCO Act have been put in several cases, and that is what has been questioned by the Gauhati High Court while granting anticipatory bail to 9 people in 5 cases in terms of the usage of the POSCO Act, or whether that usage in these cases were correct or not. That has been the observation of the Gauhati High Court. In fact, the High Court goes on to actually ask the public prosecutor who was representing the government that if you might have a choice of having POSCO Act, but whether there were allegations of sexual abuse in those cases or not in the FIR. So that is something that the court has asked. And the court has also mentioned about something which the media has reported, that the manner in which the crackdown had taken place. Remember, only last week we were reporting from ground zero, and we also brought those pictures of the relatives, the family members of those people who have been accused and arrested. They were queuing up outside the police station. They were quite desperate, because in many cases in rural areas, while there have been cases where there were also middlemen involved. There have been a lot of fake qazis who have been busted in this in this crackdown, and several priests and qazis who who are not supposed to solemnize any illegal underage marriage were arrested for doing it. But at the end of the day, a lot of breadwinners of the families, the lone breadwinners family, are behind the bars of poor families. So the court has also observed this, and they have granted anticipatory bail. There are other also bail petitions which are there in different courts, and we'll have to wait and see. But the state government is steadfast with its crackdown, and the crackdown has slowed down, and now the legal procedures have started.
All right, Ratnadeep, and 3,000 people have been acted against in this crackdown. Strong observations are coming from the Gauhati High Court.